Hey guys, let's get started on linear relationships practice. So number 1 says, which of the following tables represents the linear relationship shown in the graph? Okay, so we are going to continue to follow our 2 steps. So step 1 is our y-intercept, okay? So I'm going to go and use my blue color to go up and down the y-axis. When I go down, I'm going to stop when I get to the y-intercept. So we're at 0, -2. Okay, so 0, -2. So I'm going to go ahead and look for a 0 in my x values, -2. That matches. Okay, I don't care if it's in my y. All right, I'm focused on x is 0, and then it has 8. That does not match. Okay, x is 0, there's not one there. X is 0, not one there. Okay, so that's step 1. Step 2 is, of course, our rate of change. Okay, so I'm going to draw a little Louis here. And if Louis starts off on his adventure, he's walking uphill. So that means my rate of change is positive. Okay, so that means as my x value is getting bigger, my y value is going up, it's getting bigger too. Okay, x is getting bigger. Y goes from -3 to 0, that's getting bigger, so that looks good. -8 to 8, okay, that's getting bigger. -4 to 2, that's getting bigger. -8 to 8 is getting bigger. -4 to 0 is getting bigger. Okay, so I can't eliminate anything based on the rate of change. So now I'm going to go ahead and make my own table. And I'm going to use the values from the tables to find which x values I should use. So like here I see -8 and -4. I know that it's 0, -2. Then let's try 4 and 8 and see if those get us where we need to be. Okay, so I'm going to go to -8 because our x value takes you right or left. So negative is to the left, so -8 like a number line. And then I'm going down to the line. So I have -8, -4. Let's do, so -4, I go to left, go down to the line. So -4, -3. I already have my 0, -2. Now I'm going to go to the right to 4. It goes down to 1. So 4, -1. And then I'm going to go over to 8. And looky there, 8 and 0. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give those a try. So let's see, -4, -3, that looks good. -4 or -8, -4, that looks good. Oops, sorry. -8, -4, that looks good. All right, so now let's try the -4, -3. So -4, -2, no. -4, -3, that looks good. 4, -1, this has 4 and 1. Oh, and I already eliminated that one and that one, sorry. 4, -1, that looks good. 8, 0, that looks good. So I found that this table looks good. I haven't yet eliminated A. So let me go ahead and try, let's see, 3. So it says 3, 1. Well, the line's not going through that point, so it's not A. So we found our answer with D. Okay, so that one, it took us making a table and matching points on the line to the table. Okay, so let's look at number 2. So again, we're going to go through our steps. So step 1 is our y-intercept. So on this one, y is always where x is 0, so my y-intercept is, my y-axis is right here. And it's going through right here, which means that, let's see, one line is 5, so this one is at 15, right? So we're at 0, 15. So there's no 0 there. We have 0 and 15, that matches. No 0 there, no 0 there. Okay. So now I draw Louis, and Louis is walking up. And so he's going uphill, right? So they both need to be getting bigger. So that's getting bigger. So is that bigger, bigger? We're getting bigger here. Okay. So all of my tables are showing a positive rate of change. So now I'm going to go ahead and make my table. And so we're going to start with our y-intercept on this one because it doesn't go any further to the left. And if I look at my table, most of them are going, let's see, this one has, these two have 2, so I'm going to try 2. And then this one has 5. Oops. Ignore that, so sorry. Okay, let's just start with these. Okay, so if we go to 2, I don't know, we're not quite at 20, so maybe it's 18. So 2 definitely is not at 35. 2 is not quite at 20. So no. All right, and to make sure, 3, it says 30. Well, it's definitely not there. So no. So now we're down to B and C. So 2 was, we're saying about 18. Let's look at 5. 5 is at 25. So that looks good. Let's look here. 15, 0. So if I went all the way over here, would it be going through here? Well, definitely no. So that one's opposite, okay? Let's look at 10 is going through at 35. So that matches. Awesome. There you go. Okay, so make sure to write your answer. So the answer is B because we had a y-intercept of 15 and a positive rate of change, and we matched points to the line. All right, let's look at number 3. Again, we're always going to start with our y-intercept. So I'm going down the y-axis, and I'm going to go and stop where they intersect. So we're at 0, 4. So I'm looking for an x of 0 and 4. That looks good. X of 0 and 4. That looks good. 0, negative 2. No. 0, negative 2. No. Look at that. We're down to 2 already. Okay. So the rate of change, that's always step 2. So I'm going to draw Louis. Louis on his adventure. Here we're going. We're going uphill. Okay, so let's see. Negative 8 to 0, that's getting bigger. Negative 10 to 4, that's getting bigger. Negative 6 to 2 is getting bigger. Negative 8 to 8 is getting bigger. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at our graph and let's plot some points. Okay. So let's see, I have, both of them have negative 2 and it has a different value. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. And we already have 0 and 4. Okay. So let's go to the left to negative 2 and see where it goes through. Well, I didn't have to go up or down. So we're at negative 2, 0. All right, so I have negative 2, negative 4. Well, that would be way down here. And that's definitely not where the line is going through. Negative 2, 0. There we go. Nice. Okay, number 4. So sorry, number 4. All right, so again, y-intercept, step 1 with our blue. So we're going to go down the y-axis. I'm going to stop where they intersect. So it's at 0, 5. 0, 5, that looks good. 0, I don't see a 0 for x. No 0 for x. 0, 5, that looks good. Okay. If Louis starts off on his little adventure from the left to the right, we're going downhill. Okay? So if we're going downhill, that means that, and our x value should always be getting bigger. Every table they'll write that way. So if I'm going downhill, it needs to be getting smaller, right? So 5 to -1, it's getting smaller, good. 4 to 0, getting smaller. 0 to 9, that's getting bigger. So that one doesn't work. Okay, so that means it would be going uphill. And then 5 to -1, that's getting smaller. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our table. And since it's all to the right, I have all positive x's. I'm going to start with my 0, 5. Let's see, we have 3 on these two. Oh, I don't need that one, sorry. -3, well darn, x isn't getting smaller, so this one doesn't work either. So we have x values of 3, 4, 6, and 6 is the same. So let's do 3 and 4. Okay, so I have an x of 3. Let's go up to the line. I have a y of 3. I have an x of 4. Well, that's not quite, I don't know. I'd say 2.25. I don't know. X of 4. 2.5. So let's see. If I have an x of 3, y of 3, that looks good. It says x of 4, y of 3. So that would be x of 4, y of 3. It's not going through there. No. So we have our answer. All right, moving right along. So this is your last problem. Make sure that you are answering in complete sentences as you're going. So what we learned yesterday is with graphs, we have step 1 is our y-intercept. And in our equation of y equals mx plus b, the b here is our y-intercept. So I don't see anything here, which means it's plus 0. Okay, so that means it should be going through our origin. That is going through 0, 0. Good. Again, I have here, it is going through my origin. 0, 0, that looks good. Here's my y-axis. Oh, it's going through down here at 0, -2. Nope. And then my y-axis, 0, 0. All right, so we're only able to eliminate D. And then number 2 is our rate of change. So 2 is our rate of change, and here it's a negative rate of change. So Louis needs to be going downhill. So that looks good. Louis here is going downhill. That's good. Uh-oh, Louis is walking uphill. So we have to eliminate that. Okay. Well, from this point going forward, we're usually able to eliminate and get down to our answer, but we can't this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose a point and we're going to plug it into the equation. So let's say I choose an x value of 2. So we're saying that we're going through 0, 0, and I'm going to say my x value is 2. So I'm going to plug it into my equation. All right, so I have -1/2 times the x value of 2 plus 0. Okay, so 2, half of 2 is 1.